mic open. I just realized. I could have totally just been cursing. I don't know who this is interesting to. I know a lot of people that that are around me that like normally listen to me probably don't want to hear about Disney parks, but I think this is too exciting. Like, who's not excited about all these changes that have come on? I know I am. Somebody else has to. And let's talk about them. I wish I had shared this out to maybe the pop page. Maybe then we can just Keith will excuse me for like not updating the pops page with all of this information. Yeah, so D23 is going on right now. If you don't know what D23 is Disney's Expo, which they only put on every 2 years. So this year they put on the big Expo, and they talk about everything Disney. Earlier, there's a ton of things that were announced. There was a live action panel that went on earlier in the day. I think yesterday they talked about some Star Wars Land stuff. A lot of live action things announced. Fun things like Will Smith's going to be the genie. I don't know if I can get over that. Will Smith being the genie. I think it's going to be hard for everybody to kind of to get past the fact that every time we think of the genie, we're thinking of Robin Williams. And especially now that Robin Williams is no longer with us, I feel like Will Smith is going to have a problem jumping in and taking over. I don't know. It's going to be weird. I think that one's going to be weird. I did hear, I did read a little bit about the Lion King. They showed some Lion King footage of the live action Lion King that Jon Favreau's doing. I cried a little bit when I read it. I don't know why. I think maybe I was just emotional, but I cried a little bit. I feel weird about that, but apparently I think they showed the opening with Rafiki holding up Simba on Pride Rock, and I'm not gonna lie, I got a little teary just kind of thinking about it. I think that's going to be if they pull this off, and I really would love to see how this thing's looking, because if they pull off a photorealistic Lion King in that moment, because even in animated films, or in the animated movie, I get like chills. I always get chills at that opening and closing scene. And if they can pull that off in live action and still give me chills, I think it's gonna be amazing. A lot of Marvel stuff was announced. They showed off the Thanos' kids, and I think they had a teaser trailer there that everybody went nuts for. It'll be fun. I don't know why I'm so down on Avengers Infinity War, but I just have a feeling that it's going to be a lot of just fightings. Hey guys, let's all fight each other. Remember when we were friends? Well, we're not friends anymore, so we're fighting the universe. I don't know. I hope it's more than just a one big fight scene. I hope they put a little bit of heart in it. I don't know, but they will. But we're not here to talk about live action stuff. That's ridiculous. Why would we talk about the thing that affects the most people? I don't care about that. I care about the Disney parks. And there were a lot of rumors going into the Disney parks, what they were going to do. We've got the 30th. I'm sorry, not the 30th. We've got the 50th anniversary of Disney World coming up in 2021. Opened in 1971. Disney World's about to turn 50. And they had a ton of rumors that were going on, that Epcot was getting a bunch of stuff, and the Tron coaster was just a lot of things that you could see happening, but I just didn't see that they would be making that many announcements. But oh boy! First off, they showed off an amazing Star Wars model that was basically a model of what we're gonna see, and that thing looked crazy. I don't know about you guys, but I love models, and not the kind that don't eat and get really skinny. I love models. I love anything in miniature, and to see the enormity of the model, I don't know how they're gonna pull this off. I mean, it looks like we're about to walk into an amazing land. It's not going to be open until 2019, and they're saying that Anaheim is going to open before Orlando. So it looks like Disneyland's going to get the park open a little bit before we get it here on the East Coast, which is fine. It looks unbelievable. It looks unbelievably immersive, and I haven't been to Pandora yet. I'm going to Pandora in a couple months, but they say that the immersiveness in Pandora is crazy, and everything I've seen, the level of detail that they put into Pandora, I can't imagine walking into a Star Wars land and have it be Star Wars, you know? Like walking into an actual Star Wars outpost, which they announced what the official name is, and they're calling it Galaxy's Edge, which I'm not crazy about the name. I'm sure everybody's just gonna call it Star Wars Land, which is fine. They showed off a little bit of the rides, the two rides, not much, just a little bit of the First Order ride is going to basically take you on one of those bays that you've seen, you know, in every Star Wars movie, like a bay from the Death Star. It just looks crazy. The ride vehicles were kind of released. They showed miniatures of the ride vehicles, and you get these little ride vehicles with a droid in front. I'm sure it's going to be amazingly immersive. There were a couple like X-wing models and an A-wing model. It looks like you're going to be. I mean, just to be able to stand there, they're making a a full-size Millennium Falcon that's basically just docked, just to be able to walk in. I'm not going to be able to handle it, I don't think. I think that this is maybe the ride that just reduces me to tears, and I can't handle being there. And after, 40 years, all 40 years of my life has been, I've been a Star Wars fan. I was lucky enough to be born the same year that it happened and grew up with it. So it's going to be incredibly, I think, emotional. And I hate to be the guy that gets all emotional at a Star Wars ride, but I can't even imagine something like this happening in my lifetime, much less in 2 years from now. That's going to be crazy. What were some of the other things? We're going to see BB-8, Chewbacca, Kylo Ren, Captain Rex. Everything's going to be kind of thrown in there, and I think Disney's started to do a really good job with their their face characters, as they call them. The Star-Lords I've seen haven't been so great. I mean, but they're trying, and I think that it's a cool idea. I wish that they would kind of. I did the Chewbacca and the Kylo Ren experience, and just the fact that they're both behind masks is very immersive. When you go to Disney to do the current Chewbacca meetup, you walk in and he's just working on something. You've actually stumbled upon him as he's working in a rebel base, and that was really cool. And even up close, it felt authentic enough to be a Chewbacca. So the meet and greets I think are really, really cool. So to see them inside of an immersive land is going to be nuts. I'm really stoked to see that. I think that's going to be just a really unique experience. What else is going on in Star Wars Land? I guess we could talk a little bit about. I'm just shocked. I'm just as shocked at everything that's coming out from that, and I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna just spend as much of my money. I'm just gonna say, here's all my money in a giant pile. Make it immersive. I want to feel like I'm in a cantina, and they're gonna have a cantina. And what's interesting is they actually announced that Rex, which was the original pilot of Star Tours, Rex is going to be like a DJ in the park. So it's calling back to Star Wars history inside of Disney World, and I think we're in for an amazing time. I mean, imagine just walking around and running into an R2-D2, because they have the technology to actually create droids that roll around the park. And I guarantee you're going to be seeing them. You're absolutely going to be seeing them. It's going to be an amazing thing. And I can't wait. 2019. I hope that there's no delays. I hope that this doesn't become another Pandora where we're stuck waiting way longer than we want to be. But we'll see. Still a couple years off. 2 to be exact. So I'm sure they're aiming for summer of 2019, but I wouldn't be surprised if that gets pushed to 2020. Honestly, I noticed that there's nothing major coming in 2020, so I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see Star Wars Land until 2020. And if that's what it takes to get it right, then I'm okay. Sit on it for as long as you need, as long as I don't die first. In fact, it gives me something to live for, so that's even better. I know that as long as that I don't see Star Wars Land, I have something to live for, and I'll just continue to live, knowing that I'll eventually get to see it. Another big a big announcement, which I think a lot of people had been rumored for a long time, and I think that there were permits and things filed for it earlier last week, so I don't think anybody was too surprised. But the Chinese theater, which now houses the Great Movie Ride, is going away, and that's not so bad. I don't think. I mean, I've ridden it a bunch of times, but I'm shocked. It's actually, I was hoping to ride it one more time, but it looks like they're shutting down the Great Movie Ride August, I believe it was 17th, and I'm going in September, so I'm not going to get to ride it again, and I think that's fine. It really was showing its age last when I was in there. I mean, I was there for February, so I can't really complain. It's not like I didn't get to do it one more time, but it's definitely showing its age. I don't think a lot of kids are gonna really know what half of those movies are. And the really exciting thing is they're putting a Mickey ride in there. If you think about it, I can't think of another Mickey ride. I mean, we have PhilharMagic, but there really hasn't been a Mickey ride through in the park. So that's kind of exciting. It's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is based off of, if you've seen the new Disney Channel Mickey shorts, which I had never seen. I don't have kids, so it's not like I'm just sitting here watching the Disney Channel. I am. But I saw them last time we were in Disney, because they've got a channel that are just playing them. I watched every single one of them because they were fantastic. If you haven't watched the new Mickey shorts, they're kind of, I wouldn't say risque, but the art style is unique, and it kind of reminds me a lot of Ren and Stimpy, which is odd, but totally reminds me of Ren and Stimpy. They're really, really fun. I love them. I absolutely adore them. And this new ride is going to be based around those new shorts. So we're going to get that really cool art style, which is kind of different than what Disney's used to. You know, Disney likes to, make sure that they've got a firm grasp on their IPs. But with these shorts, they've got a unique, really great art style, and I think that we're going to see something cool with this. They say it's supposed to be like 2.5D or something, so there's some kind of like 3D effect that they're going to be able to do without having to actually put glasses on people. So if you wear glasses, I know that's probably a good thing, because I can't stand trying to put glasses on and trying to focus my eyes with 3D glasses over my other glasses. So this might be a neat thing, and I love the idea that they're putting a Mickey Mouse attraction in Disney. It sounds weird that I should be saying, "Hey, I'm glad that they're putting a Mickey Mouse attraction in this park," but Hollywood Studios is really shaping up. It sucks now. If you go to Hollywood Studios right now, it sucks. Number one, the park is hot always, and half of it's closed. Half of it's closed and under construction right now, as they put in Toy Story Land and the new Star Wars Land in the back. Not a lot of attractions that are open. I don't do drop rides, so I don't do the Tower of Terror. I don't do this, so there's not a lot there for me. I guess I could go over and do Star Tours, but the majority of this park is going to be closed. I'm shocked that they're closing the Great Movie Ride on 2017 before Toy Story Land goes open. I honestly didn't see this coming at all. I thought for sure they would hold off and wait until at least until Toy Story Land opened up, and then close the Great Movie Ride and start attraction there, because there's just, I mean, there's not going to be anything in the parks. There's what, like maybe five attractions now. There's not a lot. It's mostly closed, and whatever they're doing with the Muppets, it doesn't look great. They've fired Steve Whitmire. They changed out the marquee. So I mean, are we also going to eventually be losing Muppets? I don't know. It's kind of shocking, but I'm really, really stoked for this ride. Really stoked. Out of everything, I may actually be more excited about this, about a essentially kids ride with using Mickey. I love it. I love the idea. Donald and Goofy are going to be there, and it seems like fun. I can't wait. Let's see. Then there's Epcot, huh? Epcot, I feel a little... Epcot. Let's talk about Epcot for a minute. I don't know. Have you guys been to Epcot lately? Because Epcot. Let me talk a little bit about Epcot. I love Epcot. Epcot has been right up there with Magic Kingdom for me as one of my favorite parks. I love Future World. I love the idea of Epcot. It's looking a little rough. When I was there in February, it was Future World was pretty much, it seemed like they had pulled all of the expo stuff out of it. So any of the interventions, a lot of the interventions was closed, and some of the things were seeming a little old. Ellen's Energy Adventure, I'm kind of looking at you. I mean, when you've got a ride that's got Ellen DeGeneres and Bill Nye, who are still in the public eyes, and you're going on a ride and you're seeing them clearly from like 20 years ago, your ride's a little rough. And those dinosaurs, I think the dinosaurs they used in World of Energy was, or Universe of Energy was, they were used in one of the World's Fair. I don't know if those are the exact ones, but I think they were in that famous kind of 1964 World Fair that Disney did, like, you know, put a Small World and World of Motion and anything that they had world in. They love using the world, don't they? They should just use, every one of their rides should just be called World. I love Epcot, but I don't want to see Epcot become like outdated completely. There's still a lot of great stuff over there, and I don't see them changing it. But anytime that it comes up that, oh, they're going to add a lot of IP to the park and it's going to be a lot less about science and energy, a lot of people get nuts. And you know, I don't think it's something to get nuts about. It's like recently with the Pirates of the Caribbean, everybody losing their minds because they're taking out, or they're changing the bride scene. They're auctioning off, but they're auctioning off women like that. Like, I get it. It's like, oh, but it's pirate times. That happened in pirate times. Cool. You wouldn't have a slavery ride, would you? It's the same thing. You've got little girls that are going on here, knowing that women are actually bought and sold every day still, and you've kind of got. Maybe it's time for an update. Walt Disney himself even said that, like, Disneyland will never be finished. And it goes the same. It's always constantly having to be upgraded and improved. And there's a way to take something like Pirates of the Caribbean, update it, and you know, you still retain the soul of the attraction. I mean, I would hate it if they gutted the Haunted Mansion and put a bunch of screens up. But you pull, like, you know, the Bride from a couple years ago, where they put the Bride in the attic, and it's a new animatronic, and it adds something, because, you know, that Haunted Mansion opened in what, 71? I mean, that's 40, almost 50 years of an attraction, and it's gonna look a little worn. And what am I saying? I don't know. Update Epcot. I think that's what I'm saying. And they're going to, specifically, we're getting an update in France, which was also rumored because there were plans that were leaked, but we're getting the Ratatouille ride for sure, And this, I think, was probably one of the least surprising things. Is that we were getting the Ratatouille ride. I think that was the most probable out of all of the rumors out there, that we were getting Ratatouille. And we're getting the Ratatouille ride, which looks crazy. It looks great. It uses a lot of 3D screens, and it uses the new trackless ride system that a lot of other parks seem to be getting. Like all of their foreign parks seem to be getting all of these updated trackless ride systems, and we have got none of them. But that doesn't look the case now, because we're going to get the trackless Ratatouille ride. Can't wait. It's gonna be a fun ride. I don't know if you guys have seen any videos of the Disneyland Paris version, but it's cool, and it's got to be better for Epcot, because in France you go to Disneyland Paris and like they've recreated France. It's like, okay, cool, I'm in France, but now here it's like, oh cool, I'm in Orlando and you've recreated France. It seems like it's gonna have a way better effect. I hope that they also, I don't think I saw anything about it, but I hope that they also bring over the restaurant, the Ratatouille restaurant, because it just looks fun. I would like to eat in a French restaurant where I don't know if actual rats bring your food. I don't know if actual rats make them. I don't know. I'm not judging anybody. It could be actual rats. I hope not. It probably would get shut down. But like everything you sit on is like, oversized like thimbles and spools of thread. And it's a cute little restaurant. Seems like it would be way more fun than eating at Chef's de France. But I don't do that because that's a lot of French stuff. See, just reading a little bit. China Pavilion. They're getting a new film for the China Pavilion. Do you guys like those Circle Vision videos or movies? They've got one in Canada. They got one in China. I guess you're getting a new one in China. I don't care. This one's supposed to be seamless though, so I think the other ones weren't. But now that we have actual 360-degree cameras, it's probably a lot easier to make a Circle Vision video. Again, whatever. I'm probably not going to waste my time with that. I'm just being mean. I'm sure it's fun. Somebody's got to like those things, right? Just, I don't know. Maybe you can make it move. Maybe you can make it move and give me a Disney character popping out. Maybe I'll do something. Maybe I'll actually go on it. If I'm just going to watch Chinese people. I just sound like I'm getting racist. I'll watch Chinese people. Fine. I have no problem with that. Okay. The big one. I don't even know how they're doing this. I guess because, so I don't know how up to speed you guys are with the contract situation with Marvel, but Universal, which I'm sure makes Disney really happy. Universal actually holds the rights to Marvel. They've got Marvel Superhero Island over on Islands of Adventure, and so Disney can't use any of the popular characters. I don't know. Whatever. I guess they license a certain amount of characters. And Disney can't use any Marvel anything really, and they can't use the name. They can't use any of it in their parks east of the Mississippi. I don't know why they're making deals based off of like that's the same, like we use the same terms to justify the or to border the Louisiana port purchase. So like, why are we using 1800s rules? It doesn't make any sense. But east of the Mississippi, we get no Marvel, so it gets sticky. But I think because of and there has been a couple of issues. There have been instances where at Hollywood Studios they've done like meet and greets. There was a Doctor Strange. There was clearly the Star-Lord and Groot, where you could go meet them. And I think where it gets sticky is, they can't use like the Marvel name or the Marvel logo on it, but they can use those characters because I guess they just didn't foresee them being very popular. They were like, we don't want these characters. We want the X-Men and the Captain Shield guy. I assume that's how Universal talked to them, I don't know for sure. I just assumed that they had no idea what the Disney characters were. Um, so you can't use any of those in the Marvel parks. But I think that they've got some. They figured out ways around that, and because Guardians of the Galaxy wasn't really under the deal that Universal made, one of the biggest hits of the last few years that came out of nowhere, Guardians of the Galaxy, Disney can use in their parks. And we're gonna see that because there's an e-ticket Guardians of the Galaxy attraction coming to Future World. I didn't read much into this. I don't know if this is one of those things where it's actually replacing Universe of Energy. So I didn't really see where it's gonna go. I probably should have. I'm just looking up here to see if the Disney Parks blog is written on it. Guardians of the Galaxy inspired action will be added to Future World, adhering to the original vision of Epcot's Future World as the place to experience the excitement and adventure offered by space travel. So I do like the fact that they're trying to update. They're sneaking IP into Epcot, but I think that they're doing it respectfully. This is an addition we're really looking forward to as a Guardians of the Galaxy attraction. Debuted it. Obviously, they changed their Tower of Terror into Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. They got an insane looking rocket raccoon animatronic that I would love to see in person. Epcot's brand new e-ticket attraction will be based on the rockin' and action-packed world of Guardians of the Galaxy, and is the next step in how guests can encounter these characters Walt Disney World Resort. Epcot just may be the perfect place for a Guardians-inspired attraction, as you can see in the photo above. Peter Quill actually visited Epcot as a kid. Now, he's a fictional character. So, okay. And it is, okay, so there goes Universe of Energy. Son of a bitch! I'm not going to get to ride Universe of Energy before it closes. This new attraction will replace the current Universe of Energy attraction. So, Universe of Energy actually is gone. Rumors completely true. We're getting a Guardians of the Galaxy. They didn't say anything about what it's gonna be. Just that, boom, we're getting Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's cool. I was kind of jealous of the Mission Breakout. There's no way I could ever ride Mission Breakout without dying. So I'd rather not die. But whatever. Looks cool. Now, they're also adding something they call a green. So right now, Mission Space, which funny story. When I was there with like my whole family about 10 years ago, 11 years ago now. And my little cousin at the time was really, really young. He gets on Mission Space and apparently just pees all over Mission Space because Mission Space is very, very intense. I heard a lot of people say that it just gets them sick. I won't get on it. I'm not going to get on something that's going to spin me. And I don't need to experience G's. I don't know, unless I'm at like an old school rap concert. Then I'll be like, okay, cool, let's bump fists, drink some 40s. So he gets on, he just pees all over Mission Space, but he doesn't tell anybody. He waits until he gets out of it, and we're like, why are your pants wet? And he was like, oh, I peed all over Mission Space. So I just assumed that afterwards somebody got in and sat in pee. So not only did they have to just experience a horrible ride to Mars, they got to do it in some small child's pee. Good luck with that. So they're adding a green experience to Mission Space. I don't know what that is. I assume that means a tamer experience. Maybe I will actually be able to get on it if nothing at all happens. You just get on and you go to, like, I don't know, somewhere tamer. It's weird. It's just like an airplane ride. You go, instead of going to Mars, you just go to Tulsa. So it's like a nice, calming plane ride to Tulsa. It's kind of weird. But what we are getting is next to Mission Space, we're getting a restaurant. But this restaurant actually kind of looks cool. So we're getting a mission space restaurant that you eat dinner like high up in space, and I think I like this idea just because if you've ever gone to Be Our Guest and eaten dinner at Be Our Guest, they do an amazing job at theming out some of their restaurants. I do not like Be Our Guest. It was a lot of money for okay food. I would have rather just grabbed some park food and not wasted an hour and a half. But I felt like I was eating, in the Beast's castle, so I guess that's cool. I just won't be doing it again, if you know what I mean. I did go out and meet the Beast. He was meeting people in the library. Sometimes I wonder if I should be doing this stuff as an adult. When you're sitting there childish trying to get a picture with the Beast, maybe you've made some weird choices in your life. That's all I'm saying. Theming was crazy though, especially the East Wing where the Beast has gone all crazy and ripped up paintings, and there's the rose in the corner. That was amazing. So I think that this would be a cool restaurant. I'll get a reservation. I'll check it out. I'm fine with that. I'd like to know what the green mission is going to be for Mission Space, because maybe I'll actually get on it. I don't know. So back over to the Magic Kingdom. So I think just in time for the 20. I didn't see this coming at all. I don't know. I know that there were the rumors were pretty strong with this one, but I didn't see it fully coming. At the Magic Kingdom, 2021, obviously 50th anniversary, they are bringing over the Tron ride from Disney Shanghai. I think that this is one of the coolest looking coasters I've ever seen. I don't even get on coasters. I get on Big Thunder Mountain, and that's it. I don't even like Space Mountain because it's dark and scary, and I feel like I'm going to hit my head on scaffolding throughout the entire ride. But I don't know, man. I may break my no coasters thing and get on the Tron light cycles. I think they look pretty cool. I gotta lose some weight, I think. I don't think I'm getting on those Tron light cycles like this. But then again, I think after the whole kind of problems that they had with the flight of passage at Pandora and not really accommodating the most guests, I have a feeling they're going to try their best to get this Tron ride up and running properly and actually accepting people. I don't know. I may actually get on this thing. I think that's cool. I didn't see though if it now I'm just cheating. I feel like I'm cheating going to the Disney's Parks blog. But is it really cheating? Where else am I going to get this information? It's not like Disney calls me. I don't see anything here. Tron ride. You've got a new Tron ride. Tell me about it. I didn't see exactly where they're going to be placing it. Rumors are that it was going to go. Looks like they did not say if it's going to. It doesn't say. Rumors were that it was going to replace the Speedway, which I could not enjoy more. I would love it if they would rip that Speedway out. I hate the Tomorrowland Speedway. I'm not a child, though. I get it. It seems like there's always a huge line for this thing. But it's loud and it's stinky, and just get rid of it. Oh, wait, no, there's the concept ride. It looks like they're putting it right next to Space Mountain. Which, okay, it looks like it's going behind the Tomorrowland Speed Racers. So it looks like we're going to still have the Tomorrowland Speedway. Whatever, I guess it's fun for kids. So yeah, it looks like they're putting it right over by Space Mountain, right behind the Tomorrowland Speedway. That's pretty cool. I think that's a cool looking coaster, and depending on how fast it goes and how the loops look, how the drops look, I don't know. I might actually get on it. It's definitely a cool concept, and that's weird. I'm shocked though that they're bringing a coaster themed after Tron, just because it feels like the reboot didn't really take the way they wanted to. I heard that they're trying to make another one, but you know, it just seems like I kind of thought that we would get a similar ride, kind of the way that they kind of use the same ride vehicles, and then maybe put an overlay on it for something that was a little more popular. But now it looks like we're actually getting Tron racers, so that's gonna be cool. I think that looks like a fun ride. Oh, just switching through themes. Gotta see what's on the list next. Oh, it looks like they're bringing Hotel New York to Disneyland Paris. Cool. You get a hotel based off the art of Marvel. I enjoy your art of Marvel hotel. I don't know. That doesn't seem fun. I looked into going to Disneyland Paris, and it is expensive to go to Disneyland Paris. But I get it, why they would try to put some money into that park and renovate a little bit, just because, you know, now that they own it outright for a while. A lot of their overseas stuff they don't own, but they actually own Disneyland Paris again, full and outright. So that's pretty cool. Walt Disney World adding minivan point-to-point shuttles in Disney Skyliner gondola system. Now, we knew the gondolas were pretty much coming in. Those look really cool. So I think they start at maybe Beach Club. I think Caribbean Beach Club. I don't remember. They start at one of the resorts, and what they are, they're basically these sky gondolas. You get into them, and they take you over, you know, and stop it. Oh no, I'm sorry. I think they start at the All Stars. They may start at the All Stars or Pop. And you get on them, and they basically just slowly drift off towards the parks, so that, you know, I think they're going to land in Epcot. And you just basically take these gondolas. Essentially what they're trying to do here is minimize the buses. The buses, I think, are fantastic. I mean, but, you know, you get in a bus, you know, after Magic Kingdom fireworks and head back to your resorts, it's not a fun ride. You're probably going to be standing up, and people are going to be trying to shove strollers wherever they can get them. And their little old people carts. I love, you know, I get it. I want everybody to be able to experience Disney World. But last time I was there, some guy backed right into my bad knee with his old little scooter cart. And I'm just like, come on, man. Can you not with your old man scooters? I'd like you not to back into my bad knee. It's Disney World. We're all supposed to be having fun. And you've backed in my bad knee. So what they're trying to do is minimize the buses. The buses obviously have a lot of overhead on them, and they're stinky, and they're not great for the environment. So here they are trying to find creative ways to get people around to the different parks, because, you know, Disney doesn't want people standing in line. They don't want people on the buses, because, you know, anytime they're not in the parks, they're not spending money, and that's bad, because they like money, and they like it when you spend money, and they can't do that if you're on a bus. So I think the gondolas are pretty cool. The buses, or the vans, I believe are they're driverless. I know that was the rumor, was that they were going to be doing driverless vans, which is weird. I don't know if I could. I don't know how comfortable I would be in a driverless car. Let me see if I can find out if they really were. Let's see. Brand new transportation system will connect. Okay, so the gondolas are going to connect Art of Animation, Pop Century, and Caribbean Resorts to Hollywood Studio and the International Gateway at Epcot, which is the back entrance of Epcot outside of World Showcase. The Disney Skyliners. Oh, they're going to feature favorite Disney characters. I just don't want them to fall out of the sky. The Disney characters are nice. They're a nice touch, but just let's not have them fall out of the sky. The other transportation service features vehicle themed to the one and only Minnie Mouse. These are all about exceeding guest expectations and making every aspect of your vacation uniquely Disney. We're creating a new point-to-point transport. Okay, so what this isn't this is not the driverless ones. This is them. Okay, so Disney's definitely been doing upselling lately, and this is a way for them to upsell the experience. If you want to take your kids directly to the parks, this is going to be their Uber. This is their Uber system. But I guarantee you, this is their Uber that they're going to roll into your package. I'm not saying this is good or bad, but you know what? In fact, you know what? I'm going to say this is kind of good. I when I was there in February, I used a lot of Ubers, and they work great, especially if you're not going to Disney. But I used Uber a couple of times. It looks like this is a way you can probably take and get this point to point package rolled in with your overall vacation. So once again, they maximize all of the money. You spend all of it with Disney. You don't have to worry about Uber because you've accepted this point to point package. It all goes into into your overall greater vacation Disney vacation package. They get you with one fee that you can pay off as you go, and you don't have to worry about it. I look at this not as a bad thing. I look at this as just they're really trying to go into an all-inclusive park thing. They've got to worry about Universal, and the more they can keep you at their parks, the more money they can charge you. And that's kind of where things are going. And I like it. I like the gondola ideas. I like adding different experiences other than just the buses. Because I don't have kids, and sometimes I don't want to get on the buses, and I'll pay a premium price not to get on the buses. So, not a bad thing. I like it. Okay, so this is there's some other things. Let's just go over the other things, and then I want to end with my thoughts on something that I thought was going to be a huge just rumor that was definitely not true. Let's see. Let's get there. Blah blah blah. There's a new theater on Magic Kingdom's Main Street. Show to be announced. Okay, put a theater. And again, this is all about. I have a feeling that's all about capacity. You put more stuff for people to do, it lowers the capacity on other rides while they do those things. So not a bad thing. Put a theater in. It's gonna help lessen the lines in other places. Toy Story Land is opening at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Shanghai Disneyland summer 2018, which I think we all kind of knew. Pixar Fest coming to Disneyland Resort. Who cares? Only because I'm just not at Disneyland. I usually go to Walt Disney World. Paradise Pier over in Disneyland is becoming Pixar Pier next year. And Cars Land Halloween Experience. I would like to get over to DCA, to Disney's California Adventure, just to ride, just to go to Cars Land. It's really my main driver for getting to Disneyland. I'll go 1 year. I gotta see it. A lot of people are like, don't go see it. Disney World is the better park. But whatever, I'd like to see it before I die. And actually, I'll tell you, this is the real thing that'll get me there. Marvel Superhero Universe coming to DCA. Everybody knew. I mean, when they opened Mission Breakout, they had the little Avengers time capsule thing or whatever. And I think that they even said that S.H.I.E.L.D. agents were there to check things out. So I think we all knew that they were building a superhero land. I mean, I don't think this is anything weird. But it's going to have Spider-Man and Avengers attractions. That's going to probably get me there. The Avengers attraction, I think the rumor is right now that it's going to incorporate Captain America's shield, because there was a patent that kind of went out that detailed that. So I think the Avengers attraction, we might be getting. I think the prevailing rumor is that we may be getting some kind of Toy Story. It's Toy Story Mania attraction, so like a shooting attraction. So I love Toy Story Mania, so that'd be amazing. And a Spider-Man attraction, make it exactly like just cheat and just use the Spider-Man ride at Universal Islands of Adventure. That's what I say. Just don't even say anything. Just be like, what? Nah, this is like a totally different ride. I don't know what you guys are even talking about. So that brings us to this. You know what this is? This is concept art for the newly announced Star Wars hotel. I'm shocked that we're going to get a Star Wars hotel. I heard rumors that this thing is going to be pricey. That is going to be very, very expensive. But what it is it's not just a. You know, I'm gonna have to pull this up because I don't want to get this. I don't want to get these. I don't want to get these wrong. It's supposed to be like an immersive experience. So you're not just going to the motel, because a lot of people, when you bring up Disney, because I like to stay at like the moderates or the deluxes because I'm fancy. But a lot of people are like, I'll just go to Pop Century or I'll just go to All Stars because, you know, I don't stay in the hotel anyway. I think this is Disney making an attraction out of their hotels. I think they finally got to the point where they're like, our hotel theming and our hotels are so on point that we can make almost a park and experience out of our hotels. We want people to not just go to our parks, but also say, I want to go to this hotel. This thing is amazing. According to them, this is straight from Disney. According to Disney, revolutionary new vacation experience would be a living adventure that allows guests to immerse themselves in an entirely new form of Disney storytelling. It's unlike anything that exists today, and this is from Bob Chapek, who is the chairman of the parks, Walt Disney World. From the second you arrive, you will become a part of a Star Wars story. You'll immediately become a citizen of the galaxy and experience all it entails, including dressing up in the proper attire. Yeah. Once you leave Earth, you will discover a starship alive with characters, stories, and adventures that unfold all around you. It is 100% immersive, and the story will touch every single minute of your day, and it will culminate in a unique journey for everyone who visits. That is crazy. So apparently you get onto this ship, and like instead of like, and that's what it is. Like you get into the hotel, and it's a ship, and like there's like missions that people in character dressed as aliens will be giving you, and you've got tasks, and I don't know, that's nuts. Imagine like a full day of doing like Star Wars activities in a totally immersive Star Wars world, and then going for a drink on the shipboard bar. You know, I mean, you know that's just going to be nuts. Then you go up to your cabin on the ship, and you look out, and I know they're going to have like projectors, and you look out from your hotel room and see just a field of stars going by. And this is Disney, so I'm sure that like they'll be shaking the hotel as if you're in space, as if you're traveling. This is gonna be beyond immersive. This is gonna be some next level stuff. And I think with Star Wars Land and with this Star Wars hotel, they're bringing storytelling to an amazing place. I mean, they're making it very immersive. That's what they've always wanted. They want it to be immersive. They want you to feel like you're in these things. And that's the big difference. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, Universal's so much better. Why do you like the Disney parks?" I like the Disney parks because of the immersion, the theming. It's so beyond what Universal's doing. They're trying harder, but they can't touch Disney when it comes to experiences like this. So for me to know that in the future I'm going to be able to go to a Star Wars hotel and spend all of my money for the year, I assume that this is going to be like a good $5,000 for me to go and be in this Star Wars hotel for like 2-3 days. And that's the thing, you can't like book it for like a week. If the rumors are true, you can't book it for like a full week. It's an experience with a start and an end. So, you know, you only have like 2 or 3 days that you'll be on it. And then you'll have to, like, I guess, move over to another hotel if you're staying there. But it sounds like you're going to be spending so much money at this place that this is going to be your vacation. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with spending a decent chunk of money for things that I know are going to be unique experiences. And what they're doing with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and what they're doing with the Star Wars Hotel, and even to a smaller degree, Pixar Land, and it's going to be an amazing level of immersion that I think that it is going to justify the price of a Disney vacation, and that's all they want to do. They just want to justify the price because they know it's expensive, but you know, you bring your kids to something like this, they're getting an experience, and it's going to lead to, like me, who spends my entire adult life chasing the high that I get from going to the Magic Kingdom. And that's all because, as a child, I was taken to Disney World, and it was truly, for me, the happiest place on earth. And now this is what you get. You get a kid like me who's grown up now, but who still knows how to dream and still gets excited. Still gets excited over stuff like this. It's a great time to be alive, I guess. As sad as that is, I think these are great changes. I think with the 50th anniversary coming up, I think they're gonna have so many things that are planned that they're not even talking about yet. And man, I'm excited that I'm gonna get to see them. Hopefully, if I don't die soon. So much pressure. So much pressure to stay alive. That's what I want to leave you guys with. There's so much pressure on me now to stay alive. So many cool things, and we didn't even touch on any of the movies, and I mean, we touched a little bit, but this is just coming to the parks. I can't wait. I hope that I don't die. Believe me with. I hope that I don't die. Hope you guys are into this kind of thing. I may do more Disney park centric stuff every weekend. If you're into it, if you're not into it, just tell me to shut up and go away, which I'll do too. But man, this is magical. So much magic. I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah.